What's that? You like my shirt? Thanks, I made it. Do you want to try screen printing but you're not sure where to start? Hi, I'm Emily with Cricut. In this beginner-friendly Cricut tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a screen printing stencil with Cricut, apply it to your screen, and create your first custom print step by step. Once you understand the process, you can use the same basic steps to screen print everything from custom tees to tote bags, home decor, and more. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Today we're making a simple one-color screen print, which is perfect for beginners searching how to screen print with Cricut. Before we get started, let's go over everything you'll need for this project. And don't worry if it seems like a lot now. I'll walk you through every step of the way. I'm a beginner too, and my first project turned out amazing. For this project, you'll need your Cricut machine, permanent vinyl, transfer tape, weeding tools, a burnishing tool, a screen printing frame, screen printing ink, a squeegee, a blank t-shirt, painter's tape, parchment paper, and a Cricut heat press. I'm using the Cricut Easy Press Mini. For my screen print, I'm actually making a custom concert tee for an upcoming show, and I'm so excited because it's for one of my favorite artists. Using their music as inspiration, let's start designing our stencil in Cricut Design Space. First, I'll click New Project and select Women's T-shirt and pick the size. I love this t-shirt guided flow because it sizes the canvas to my shirt and shows me a preview of what my finished project will look like while I'm working. If you're just starting out, I highly recommend choosing a bold, one-color design. Avoid anything too intricate or detailed because those fine lines can be hard to weed and transfer. You can use the filter tool here to find less complex designs. Design Space has thousands of images in the app. I want to add a few pictures to my design, and to make sure they look cohesive together, I'm using the advanced search to look for image sets. Look at these adorable bugs. I'm selecting a few of my favorites to add to my canvas, and then I'm using the Align tools to position them how I like. When you're happy with your design, select all the layers and press Attach in the Layers menu. This makes sure all your pieces cut together. Then ensure your operation is set to cut here, and then click Make. These next few steps are crucial when creating a stencil for screen printing. Make sure your design is mirrored by checking that this switch is toggled on. This setting will probably be on by default, but it's always good to double check. Next, click and drag your design into the middle of the cutting mat area. We want lots of space around the design to make the screen printing process easier. After you've made those adjustments, follow the prompts in Design Space to start your cut. Now for weeding. If you've made decals with Cricut before, this step may look a little different. Instead of removing the outer vinyl surrounding the design, remove the design itself because that's where the ink will go through the screen. Make sure to go slow around the small areas and double check any letters and centers. After weeding is done, we can transfer the stencil onto the screen printing frame using transfer tape. This is always the trickiest step of the process for me, so don't be afraid to go slow and give yourself grace. Cut a large enough piece of transfer tape to cover your design and, starting at one corner, slowly smooth it over your stencil. Burnish both sides with your scraper to make sure the design really adheres to the transfer tape. Then slowly peel the liner away from the tape and the design. If any pieces stay stuck on the liner, simply burnish the area and peel again. Sometimes I'll even run the scraper along the design as I'm peeling to keep those designs in place. Once you've got your design on the transfer tape, it's ready to be applied to the screen printing frame. Turn the frame around to the back and position your design towards the middle. Burnish both sides to get a good seal and then remove the transfer tape at a steep angle like this. Reburnish again if any details come up while you're peeling. Finally, use painter's tape to block off any exposed areas of the screen. This keeps ink from going where you don't want it. Flip the screen and look at that perfect design. Let's put this on our shirt. Before printing, make sure your t-shirt is clean. Lint roll or wash it if needed, then place something inside to prevent ink from bleeding through. A random piece of cardboard or even some extra parchment works for this. You can use whatever you have around the house. Place the frame on your shirt and take your time to line up your design where you'd like it to be printed. I'm going to center my design and place the top about 3 inches from the collar. Then add a thick line of ink just above your design and use your squeegee to pull the ink across the screen. Apply even pressure and maintain a steady angle as you scrape. You should only need 1 or 2 passes. Then carefully lift the screen and oh, that's so adorable! I'm already getting excited thinking about how to style this top. Now let's talk about drying and setting your design. Let the ink dry according to the instructions on your specific product. Then, to make the design permanent and washable, we'll heat set it with a Cricut heat press. I'm covering my design with parchment paper to protect my press and pressing my shirt at 320 degrees for 40 seconds, but make sure you follow the instructions for your specific ink and shirt material for proper curing time and temperature. And that's it, you just made your first screen print using Cricut. This is a great beginner-friendly way to learn screen printing before moving into more advanced methods. Just to recap, here are my top tips and tricks for beginners to help you get a good result your first time screen printing. Choose a simple one-color design in Design Space. Remember to mirror your design before you cut because it's going to be on the back of the frame. Take your time with weeding and transferring your design. Reburnish as needed. Don't be afraid to use a lot of ink. You can always scrape the excess back into your container. Just remember to follow the instructions on your specific screen printing ink. And last, embrace imperfections. This tutorial is for beginners, but once you get the hang of these basic steps, you can dive into more advanced screen printing techniques. I can't wait to make matching bug shirts for all my friends. We're gonna look so good at this concert. Let me know what your first screen printing project will be in the comments below. For more beginner-friendly tutorials and tip videos, check out the links in the description. If you can think it, you can make it.